Oh, yeah. This is where I say hi. Guys, what's going on? Welcome to hashtag TNT Joe5. Tech news that Jerome Ortega finds interesting. I am your host, Jerome Ortega. This is episode, because I lost count, this is day something in quarantine because nobody cares. It's been too long. That's what day we're in quarantine. Quarantine day too long. Guys, I only have an hour today because I have a very busy day today. So let's get into it. Hopefully everyone had a good weekend. Mine was good as a quarantined weekend can be. Hopefully you guys had a fun, safe, exciting, relaxing, entertaining weekend. You can tell me about it in chat. All right, so let me go ahead and let's get into today's tech news. There's actually quite a bit of tech news today, so we're going to go through it. Let me go ahead and say hi to people in chat, though. So Brian is in here, who says the only good thing about Mondays, TNT Joe-Fi. Brian, like I said, you are too kind. But Brian, welcome to the stream. Welcome, man. Big House Productions is in here as well. Big House, what's going on, man? Welcome. Happy Monday. How's it going? Edgar Hernandez is in here as well. What's up? What up, guys? Hey, Jerome, what's going on, Hernandez? I'm sorry. What's going on, Edgar? How are you? How was your weekend? Hopefully you guys had stuff going on. It's been very regular lately, just going through the motions when it comes to these days. Big House says off on Monday and Tuesday, so it's an extended weekend for me. Congrats. I'm jealous. I feel like I don't have days off anymore. Prajwal, am I saying that right? Pradhan, hello. Hey, Prajwal, I don't think I've seen you in here before, so welcome. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into tech news. We're going to talk about the Snapdragon 732G. This just got announced. For those that don't know, I guess if you're not familiar with the Snapdragon 730 series chipset, the Snapdragon 730G is one of the most popular chipsets. Maybe not the most popular. I think that's more of the 765G, but the 730, is it the 730G? Yeah. The 730G is what you can find in the Pixel 4a, which is what I have right here. And it does fairly well. I do want to add a little more into my experience with the Pixel 4a, though, since I've been using it pretty much 99% of the time. I take this phone with me over my iPhone 11 Pro, over my Huawei P40 Pro Plus. This has been my daily driver, and it's done fairly well for me, but it isn't a powerhouse. It's not a speed demon, right? And I'll talk about that in a bit. So when I saw that the Snapdragon 732G got announced, the first thing that went through my head was, man, it looks like it's just a little boost in power, but would have been great to see that come onto the Pixel 4a. I would have loved this upgraded 732G to get put into the Pixel 4a, but what was it going to affect the price? Was it going to bump it up by a lot? And it looks like it just got announced, so who knows how much this really would have gone for. So let's go ahead and let's read into this article here. The Snap 730G proved to be a popular chip for mid-range smartphones and was used in the likes of the Pixel 4a, Poco X2, and Mi Note 10 Pro. Okay, so those, I didn't even realize those were in the 730G. So the Poco X2, Mi Note 10 Pro. If any of you have used those or have one of those, then you'd be pretty familiar with you'd know how the 730G worked. So manufacturers looking for a bit more speed can now go with the faster Snap 732G, which makes me wonder how much more expensive this 732G will cost. So it's the same 8 nanometer silicone as the 730G, but with higher clock speeds. What's with my talking today? The two big Cryo 470 cores now run at 2.3 gigahertz plus 0.1 gigahertz over the old chip. So really a minor bump in speed, while the Adreno 618 GPU has been boosted to deliver 15% more performance. So a very slight increase in CPU, but a 15% increase in terms of graphics for the GPU. So if we look at this chart here, you'll notice here's the 730G, here's the 732G, 2.2 gigahertz versus 2.3 gigahertz. And then they're both using the Adreno 618, but there is a 15% boost in terms of that. It makes me wonder if that minute performance in the CPU and the bigger performance in GPU would affect my loading times when it came to not gaming, but for like app opening and like some of the other heavier app usage apps that I have that have like shown me a little bit of lag when I'm using my Pixel 4a. So I think the only other difference here is when it comes to charging, you'll see Quick Charge 4 versus Quick Charge 4 Plus. I haven't even really read into what the difference was for that. So the rest is the same with an LTE modem and Wi-Fi 6 connectivity. Bluetooth was bumped up to version 5.1, but it has the same features, including aptX Adaptive and True Wireless Stereo Plus. Quick Charge 4 Plus is supported as well. Snapdragon Elite Gaming enables HDR rendering and game jank reducer. This is all very technical jargon I don't have too much familiarity with. Also, it supports Vulkan 1.1, so this can be used in mid-range gaming phones. The built-in ISP can record 4K video at 30 frames per second and supports HDR10 and HLG for high dynamic range footage. It can compress photos with the HEIF format, blah, blah, blah. The first phone to be powered by the Snap 732G will be unveiled soon. Poco has called dibs. And so before I get back into chat, I want to get into that. Also, the crickets or cicadas or whatever, they're super loud the last couple of days. So if you hear that, I apologize. There's nothing. I can't control nature. That's not up to me. So let's go ahead and let's get into the Poco X3. So this is going to be the first phone that is going to be coming with the Snapdragon 732G. I don't know if any of you have owned a Poco X2 or the original Poco X1, but it's nice to see that somebody's already going to start using the Poco X3. So someone's already going to be using the Snapdragon 732G. So Qualcomm just announced its new mid-range offering, the Snap 732G chipset. We just talked about this, and it's already designated to the Poco X3. While the phone wasn't explicitly named, the announcement of the chipset quoted Sam Jiang from Poco, who said his company will be the first to use the new chipset. We're extremely excited about the upcoming Poco smartphone and our collaboration with Qualcomm that allowed us to create the first device on the market with the latest Snap 732G mobile platform. We believe the device will set a new benchmark in the mid-range category, completely redefining the relationship between a phone's price and its capabilities. Seeing how the teaser campaign for the X3 is already in progress, it's not too hard to guess that it will be the one using the new chipset, not to mention that some rumors claimed it will ship with the 732G even before Qualcomm had announced it. So the Snap 732G is supposed to bring 15% improvement in the GPU department. Again, we just read about this from over the Snap 730G, while the CPU's main Cryo 470 Prime core is clocked at 2.3 from 2.2. The performance core is running at 2.2, while the other 6 cores are ticking at 1.8 gigahertz. So I'm glad. I'm glad to see that someone's going ahead and using this Snap 732G this quickly. Hopefully we can get. I'm actually wondering how much this Poco X3 is going to be priced at. I have never owned a Poco phone. I've never used it, but a lot of people talk very highly about Poco phones, and I think a lot of that has to do with their price point. But this article that I found from Notebook Check, so this is talking about like kind of a resurgence for Poco. Like apparently the Poco phones weren't really, I don't know. let me just read into it before I like say things I shouldn't say. So the Poco X3 could be the first real Poco smartphone since the Poco F1. When they say the first real Poco smartphone, I think they mean in terms of, because I like skimmed this article and they talked about how, you know, Poco, Vivo, Oppo, Realme, whatever. It's one of the first phones that has original specs. It's not like a knockoff or a clone from another phone. It's not being repurposed with another brand. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Poco F1 rocked the world when it was launched back in 2018 with its incredible performance to price ratio, setting up the young Poco brand for greatness. 2 years after, that greatness is yet to be seen, but the upcoming Poco X3 may be a return to what fans expected Poco to represent. So that kind of makes me curious about that, because what about the Poco X2? Was that not a good phone? Was that a phone that didn't live up to its expectations? That Poco X2 has the Snapdragon 730G. So what was wrong? What was wrong with that phone? Poco is gearing up to launch its next device, the Poco X3. The Poco X3 will slot in beneath the Poco F2 Pro as the company's sub-premium offering. That doesn't sound particularly interesting, but the Poco X3 also appears to be something special compared to other devices in the brand's current lineup. After launching the Poco F1 back in 2018, Poco went under the radar for a long while before resurging with the Poco X2 at the start of the year. There was one problem with that, though. The Poco X2 wasn't new at all and was only just a rebadged Redmi K30. Okay, so this is what they're trying to get at. Apparently, the Poco X3 is its own phone with its own spec lineup. It isn't a knockoff. Knockoff isn't the right word, but it isn't, I guess, a rebranding, a rebadged phone from another device. All right. So, the Poco F2 Pro was more of the same, a rebadged Redmi K30 Pro. The Poco M2 Pro was also just a rebadged Redmi Note 9 Pro. The Poco X3, however, appears to be different. From what is known, the Poco X3 will sport a 6.67-inch 120Hz LCD. All right, so we're already off the bat. We're talking about a 732G chipset, so a lower end chipset, right? You know, an upgrade from the Pixel 4a, but it's talking about a 120 hertz LCD screen, a 5160 milliamp hour battery, so a gigantic battery. Is this the new trend right now? Are we talking about huge batteries on all these like mid-range phones? Team Varai actually sent me a DM or a tweet or both today or yesterday. I just read them today, but about all of these new phones with gigantic batteries, which is a good thing. I'm glad to see it. It looks like companies are learning their lesson and they're starting to like really pack in bigger batteries in their phones. So a 64 megapixel camera and a Snap 732G. More importantly, no current Xiaomi or Redmi phone offers such specifications. So here's a thing. Here's a thing. Here's something that is making me wonder what they mean by this. So they're saying, more importantly, no current Xiaomi or Redmi phone offers such specifications. So when they say that, they make it sound like it's a bad thing that a company is repurposing, rebadging a phone just because it has the same hardware mainly. I don't know if that's really a bad thing. I mean, if they're repurposing it or if they're still both great phones with like great experiences, with a great experience, I don't know what's so bad about that. What's so bad about rebadging or repurposing a phone, even though it has the same specs? I don't really know what differentiates Xiaomi from Poco, from Redmi, from whatever, these other companies. I really don't know what the difference is. For me, all that matters is the end price and how good a phone is really going to be. The Poco X3 will likely be a brand new phone, the first of such from a company since the Poco F1. But who's to say that this Poco X3, sorry, did I say F3? The Poco X3 will likely be a brand new phone, the first of such from the company since the Poco F1. So my point is, who's to say this Poco X3, they're not going to take those specs and they're going to rebadge it as a Redmi phone or a whatever phone, Realme, Oppo, Vivo, whatever. Well, what's so bad about that? What's so bad about taking those specs and using it for another phone? I guess that's the part that kind of confuses me. They're making it sound like it's not, that it's a bad thing to do that. So here it says, does it matter if Poco only serves as a mean for Xiaomi to offer the same device with a different crest for more markets? At the end, no, but the Poco F1 was such an incredibly convincing device that it's starting to feel like Poco as a brand is almost irrelevant and should do better. If priced appropriately, the Poco X3 could set things straight, unless, of course, Xiaomi blindsides us all with a new device with the exact same specs, the Mi 10T, perhaps. So, yeah. I guess that's what they're trying to say, is maybe they want Poco to stand out and be its own brand. They don't want, I guess they just don't want everything to be the same. I don't know. Okay, so is that it? That is it. So yeah, this tweet here says the Poco X3 is also launching in India. And I guess this is where they're getting the specs for it. 732, 5160 milliamp hour, a 20 megapixel selfie camera, and 33 watt fast charging. I don't think it talked about the 33 watt charging on there. So yeah, I think that's all I have, because the next stories here are for OnePlus. So let me get into chat and see what is okay, so here we go. Let's get into this. So this comment here, hopefully you're still here. Why are you making podcasts, dude? Are you bored? There are 24 hours a day. You think we can afford to give a whole hour to you every day? You need to rethink your format. So first of all, if you don't like it, you don't have to stay in here. The reason I do these is because it keeps me up to date with what's going on with tech. And it's also a good way to share this info to people who want to like come and listen and take some time. So if you want to like come in here and be a fuck boy, you can do that. And like, you're entitled to your opinion, but seriously, nobody's asking you to stay here. You're the one that came in here and like is spouting off about some bullshit that like, you're lucky I'm even reading this. This is more entertaining for me, so I can call you out. But if you want to hang out and like comment and do whatever, that's fine. But like, I was this close to raging, and then I'm just like, why? What's the point? Like, I mean, you took, I don't know how many minutes to write this up, to come sit here and say this, but maybe this is what you wanted, right? You wanted me to like call you out. Oh, maybe he'll read it. Maybe he'll say my name. Oh my God. Dude, nobody, like, I can just, yeah. Enjoy your day, Oze Eva Abel. Anyway, let's continue on, guys. So I'll put you in timeout. I'll give you a timeout. So if you want to come back and you want to like insult some more, that's fine. I'll go ahead and, I'll take care of whatever I need to there. Will is in here. Will with a $2 super chat. That reply gets a super. Thank you, Will. Thank you. No, you know what? It's funny because it's like people want to talk shit, but they want to talk shit like you. It's like, what are you wasting the time for? What's the point? Like, I'm sitting here like reading news and sharing the info. Like, I don't know what you want. If you want to watch somebody else, there are 18 million other channels that have different perspectives on how different things work. If you ask me, I think my perspective is way different than a lot of other people. I don't even know why I'm sitting here like, I feel like I'm just wasting time. Obviously I am, but I got a $2 super chat out of it. Will, thank you, man. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you, man. All right, let me go ahead and scroll up. I really, as soon as I saw it, like I saw it on the corner of my eye, I'm like, oh, somebody's trying to start. All right. Let me scroll down here. Let me say hi to everybody else. Tana is in here. I got another super chat from Edgar, a $2 super chat from Edgar. Guys, thank you. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. I should know better. I really should know better. There's like 20 plus people in here. There are so many regulars that come in here for the day, and I appreciate the love as always. So I'm sorry. I don't mean to, I don't know. Maybe that's entertaining for you guys anyway. And if it is, that's great. That maybe that makes your Monday. And if it does, that's, oh my God, you guys. Brian with the $2 super chat. Agreed, Will. Are you using an Android device? Brian, thank you for the super chat. Guys, thank you for the love. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Maybe what I need to do is just reply to everybody who starts to troll. All right. Let me get into chat. Let me actually get through a couple things here. Tana is in here. Hashtag Team Pixel. Hashtag Team Pixel. I have not used the hashtag Team Pixel so much in so long. But this Pixel 4a has kind of revived it for me. Jesus, Will with another $2 super chat. LOL. Guys, thank you. Thank you for the super chats today. Completely unexpected. Who would have thought that a fuckboy who says that would have caused all these super chats? So guys, thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love, guys. All right, Tana, what's going on, man? How's it going? What's up? At Phone Jerome and Stream. Tana, hopefully you're still here. If not, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Also, guys, if you guys do not know Tana, he is a fellow Chicagoan, although he is a South Sider. I'm a North Sider. Not that there's anything wrong with either of the sides, but, you know, there's a little rivalry. Kind of like sibling rivalry, if anything. But anyway, Tana, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Edgar says, so the 730G is outdated. LOL. I mean, I guess in a way, it's already outdated in itself just because it's like there's a 765G. But it's nice to see that, you know, there's an upgrade for it. I just wish that it came in the 4A. Team Verizon says, hey, everyone, good afternoon. Why do we keep losing all our beloved actors and athletes and not the true villains of this world? The world is not an easy place. Team Verizon, I hear you, though. Welcome to the stream. Did I say hi? Did you say hi earlier? No, you just came in, or you did then. So what's going on, Team Verizon? Christian Thompson. Hello, everyone. Christian. What's going on? Welcome, welcome. Paul Hendricks is in here as well. Notification is broken. Haven't had a message. Jerome started for a week now. Luckily, Jerome's consistent. Very consistent. Sorry you're not getting the notifications. For anyone who's curious, yes, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell button if you want to get notified, even though it looks like some people might not be getting notified. But Paul, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Nevertheless, hi all. Yep. Alan Stevenson is in here. Alan, what's going on? What's up, everyone? Happy Monday. Happy Monday, Alan. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you had a good weekend. Brian says, maybe it's just overclocked and can be replicated with root. Oh, is that really a thing? I didn't even realize that was, interesting. That's a good point. Didn't even think about that. All right, let me scroll down here. Sorry, guys. I'm not going to be able to get through everything. Paul says, how about F2? Yeah. So we kind of went through this about like, because they're rebranding or rebadging or whatever. All right. Big House says Xiaomi has been using 5,000 milliamp hour batteries for a little while now. You know what? Like, I'm glad. I'm glad that hopefully it becomes a trend and hopefully everyone just starts doing that. Yeah, I see your guys' replies to him. So it's all good, man. Big House says, Jerome, it's your turn to get a troll. It happens. It happens from time to time. And like, I should just be the better man and just leave it. But I don't know. It's also kind of fun and it's entertaining. And like, really, people have their opinion. People have their right to their opinion. I don't want to ban people for it. People can say stuff. It's just when it becomes hateful or violent or like whatever, then it's different. Otherwise, like if you want to poke fun. We can, I'm good at dishing it back. Like I have a thick skin. I've been doing YouTube for 5 years. Like the only difference is now I have to reply live, but that gets the ad lib brain going. Mahir Pandhada Pande, welcome. How's it going, man? Here after weeks, still the same warmth and love for you, though. Thank you, Mahir. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the love. Pixel King is in here. Hi. Hey, Pixel King. How's it going? Nice to see you again. Welcome, welcome. Will said I saw it, and I was like, I hope he sees this. Yeah, I wasn't gonna let that go. I really wasn't. Ravish Sharma, how are you? I'm good, Ravish. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. All right, guys. I know there's a lot of other people in here, so let me just go through these real quick. Big DKB 420. I've been looking for this article on OnePlus ditching stock and came up with Pocket Lint. Very curious on the subject, though. So yeah, I wanna talk about this because I don't know what's going on with this. This is now it's kind of like what's going on with OnePlus and where are we going to go? Well, I don't know. Yeah, Will says they're changing their launcher look. Looks similar to One UI. Is that a good thing? Huh. DJ Shark 9000 is in here. Your boy Shark is in this. DJ Shark 9000, welcome, welcome. How's it going? Wyatt Wolford is in here as well. Hello. You guys just missed a little mini drama action. I don't know. It was fun though. There were a lot of super chats because of it. Guys, let's go ahead and move on real quick though. If you guys haven't had a chance or a second, please hit that thumbs up. Hitting that thumbs up helps me algorithmically, aka I think it helps people find the stream. So please, if you can do me a favor and hit the thumbs up for some support. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's just a way to support. I'm gonna go through the whole membership thing, but I'll do that later because I want to go ahead and I want to talk about OnePlus. This article from Android Central says OnePlus explains why it moved away from stock Android. So here's the thing. When I saw this article, I was like, what? Why? I didn't realize they were doing this. When I first read this, I just thought that they talked about moving away from complete stock Android. I just thought that they were explaining why they make these little tweaks here and there, but it looks like they're completely moving away from stock Android, which is a little I'm a little confused about this. And so we're going to get into this. Real quick though, Fool says the Pixel 4a is the flagship killer now. I mean, the 4a 5G might even be a bigger flagship killer if that ultra wide is going to be lit, you know. Why 2019 is in here. Why hi why how's it going? But I also wanted to give a little love to somebody in Twitch, the cool dude 87 okay _ alt 2. Yo, I like your username, it's very long. Brian Lau says new format, roast a troll, cause super chat storm. Maybe. Team Verizon says I've never had a OnePlus device and I was thinking of getting one for the OS, but this OS news is yeah. So let's go ahead. Let's get into it. This article says the stock Android is a good starting point for mobile devices, but we also believe there's a lot we can do to make the experience even better. So here's the thing. I agree with this. I agree that there is always room to make things better, but I think there is a fine line between how much you can make things better and how much of it you're just trying to make it your own so that you can stand out from the crowd, make your own ecosystem. Maybe this is OnePlus's plan all along. Maybe this has been their plan since they decided to now make 18,000 other devices and sell them at like a price point of $2 and $2,000 and everything in between. Maybe this has been their plan all along, or at least once they started really gaining ground, they decided, hey, let's go ahead and let's be our own Samsung. I don't know if I really agree with this approach, but let's read into it before I start making all of these assumptions. So Oxygen OS is getting a redesign with version 11. All right, actually, first of all, have any of you even tried Oxygen OS 11? I haven't even. So like I ended up pulling a YouTube video that kind of like, sorry, my phone just went off. Let me put that on silent real quick. It was Team Verizon. Team Verizon, why are you annoying me right now? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. So this video here has, I guess, it shows a little bit of the new OS 11 and how OS 11 works or looks or whatever. I didn't get a chance to look into it, but looking at it, I mean, I don't know what's what. I didn't really listen to it. Like, I didn't watch the entire video, and I think he has another OnePlus device that shows. Is this another OnePlus device? But I saw some of the things here on how it works, and I don't know. In a way, I kind of cringed a little bit, and I don't know if this is really a good thing or not. So like, yeah, I didn't get a chance to really watch this video. I looked at it to see how different it was, and it does look quite different. I feel like they are really trying to skin their UI their own way. And it looks like changing everything, maybe. Now, is it necessarily a bad thing? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't had time to really use it myself to really see if it's any different. Not to see if it's any different. It's obviously different. But let's go ahead. Let's read this article so we can just see how much has changed. So OnePlus today shared the reasoning behind that, writing on their official forums. As screens increase in size, so does the unused white space. We wanted to make the most of that space while keeping the interface easy to use. Okay, so that's fair enough. To me, that's fair enough. You want to maximize the screen. Fair enough. We conducted A/B testing with our users to determine the best size of the headline and found that 65% prefer slightly smaller headlines. Also, 80% of users tested preferred titles with subtitles rather than without. The result is a new headline body hierarchy that streamlines information delivery in Oxygen OS 11. The company further noted that the changes were also being done to adapt Android to one-handed mobile use. All right, I just need to kind of interrupt, because the one thing that I think about with this is, okay, these might be great things and whatever, but how much time is now going to be put in between updates? Because obviously making all these changes is going to affect the timeline when it comes to update Android 12, Android 13, Android 14. You know what I mean? Because they're going to have to incorporate their changes on Oxygen OS, apply that to the new changes for Android. And I just think that's going to delay the process. And I think that is going to affect a lot of people who enjoy getting quick updates on Android. I think a lot of people would rather have stock Android and get the updates as soon as possible than have a custom UI from OnePlus. What I'm trying to say is, if the difference of, okay, imagine, let's just say Android 12, right? Android 13 comes out. And let's say you have a OnePlus phone. Typically the update, let's say if the update for the new OS came in 2 weeks, or it came in 2 months, or a month and a half, or even a month, which one would you rather take? I mean, obviously the answer is you want to get it as quickly as possible, but would you rather have these Oxygen OS changes and wait an extra month, or would you rather just have stock Android and get the update as soon as possible? Like, for me, I just want stock Android. That's just me. And so my feeling here is, well, you're the one that made a phone with a gigantic screen on it. So take advantage of however the Android OS can give you that screen. And I don't know, maybe I'm too biased. Obviously I'm biased. But let's go ahead. Let's read into this. So we analyzed how people use phones and looked at anthropometric data to design a UI for more comfortable one-handed use. Why do we have to use all these big words for all this shit? Why can't we just be very straightforward about what we're doing here? Since people hold their phones at the bottom, it's naturally more difficult to reach the top of the phone. The updated layout of Oxygen OS 11 now moves the touch controls closer to your thumbs for easier access as soon as you open a menu. So, okay. Is this what this is then? It's been redesigned to be easier to use hand wise. I completely lost my place just trying to make the screen bigger. Okay. So you can see here, there's a lot of white space in between. So this gets pushed down, right? That's not a bad thing. As far as design philosophies go, it's not a novel one. Samsung's One UI was created with the same reasoning in mind, and Huawei's EMUI magazine redesign was also built to be more suitable for one-handed use. As phones grow bigger, Google's stock Android indeed lacks many of the adaptations that OEMs have made to accommodate them, including features Apple's more restricted iOS offers. Despite all that, OnePlus stands to disappoint fans, many of whom have chosen it for its stock Android-like looks and even affectionately refer it as stock plus. And that's kind of how I feel. That's kind of how I refer OnePlus as. It is like stock, but with like minor tweaks and improvements to make the overall experience better. Some forum users have expressed that they find a visual change like this a bridge too far. That's it. That's all I got out of this. If we look at this video, I'm going to let this video play while I actually go through comments here just to see, just so you guys can get a visual representation of how some of this has made it look or how it changes or whatever. Okay, so let me see what you guys have said in chat though. Y says the Moto G 5G Plus was announced in the US as Motorola One 5G, so more Snapdragon 765 in the US coming. Yeah, actually, I think I have an article on that, Y, so I might take a minute and talk about that as well. Yeah, Team Verizon says, wow, that kind of looks like One UI. So Wonk, what's going on, man? Time to stop buying OnePlus phones since they became a flagship. I mean, I feel like they are causing a divide in a lot of people here. Big House says, I want that OnePlus Clover with the 6,000 milliamp hour battery and the $200 price tag. There you go. Big DKB 420 says, won't give it a try. Good thing you don't void your warranty when rooting or flashing custom ROMs. Pixel Experience, here I come. There you go. There you go. Oh, man, I got a new member. I didn't even market this today. Matthew Williams just joined the Phone Jerome fam. Matthew Williams, thank you so much, man. Thank you for subscribing or being a member to the channel. I appreciate that. I might as well plug that in since we're here. Matthew, now that you're part of the Phone Jerome fam, you're able to use all of these perks. You'll get the red Chicago star next to your name. You'll get to use custom emoji, which is right here. And you'll get your name in every single one of my intros and outros to my live streams, which, by the way, folks, people, God, I sound like I'm 80 years old. I need to update my intro and outro. And now that tomorrow is September 1st, my God, tomorrow is September 1st, I will make sure to have everyone updated and added into the whole roster there. So Matthew Williams, thank you for being the newest member of the Phone Jerome fam. For anyone else who might be interested, you can be a member as well for as little as 99 cents a month. All you got to do is click that join button. Again, you'll get to have the red Chicago star next to your name. You'll get green in your name as well, and you'll get to use custom emoji. At the end of the day, it's just a way to support. So Matthew, I appreciate the support, appreciate the love. Everybody else as well, all my current members, thank you for being part of the Phone Jerome fam. It does mean a lot to me. It helps offset costs. It helps me do these daily streams, and it helps me just continue to do what I do. I sound like a broken record, but guys, thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for the love. I do appreciate it. So let's go back. Sorry, I'm now messing up here. Where am I at? Give me a second. Let me get this situated before. All right, there we go. All right, so where was I at? I was playing this. Let me play this back. All right. As I talk about this Oxygen OS 11. So has anyone used it? Has anyone used Oxygen OS 11? Have you tried it? So let me see here. Y says, Jerome, did you hear about the M51? It has a 7,000 milliamp hour battery. Why you're jumping ahead? Yes. Why I'm going to talk about that today. It's also part of my story as well. Big DKB 420 says 720p screen and a Snapdragon 400 series is not enough to pull the trigger on the Clover, even at $200. My Xiaomi Mi 9 Lite has an HD plus HDR screen with FOD. What's FOD again? I was going to say full on display, but that's not it, right? A Snapdragon 730, 4,000 milliamp hour battery, and $200 to $250 on Amazon. Big House says, I have the Redmi Note 9S. I'm good on Xiaomi. I want another OnePlus to check out. Fair enough, Big House. Fair enough. And like, I totally hear you, Big DKV 420. Your name is very hard to say. I'm with you on that. It's for me though. I'm not even just a fan of like lower end chipsets. And I think someone else pointed that out as well, is that there are other phones that there are other phones in that price range that can be had. But like, yeah, Big House like buys a lot of different phones. And I think he just wants to like check out what else is there and how good it is. And yeah. So anyway, getting back to Oxygen OS 11, I don't know if I'm on board with what they're doing, changing their OS and doing what they're doing. Maybe it's going to be great, but maybe it's going to be way too different that I am just not going to be a fan of it. I think the bigger thing for me is how I'm going to feel when a new version of stock Android comes out and I'm using a OnePlus phone and it's a month later and it still hasn't been updated. I think that's the thing that I'm a little worried about, but maybe that won't even be an issue. Maybe OnePlus knows what they're doing there and they're going to get the updates just as quick and it's not going to change a thing. I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see to see what happens with that. I do have another story though that kind of talks about this. Let me go ahead and say hi to everyone else that might have just joined in. Deepak Murthy is in here. Hey Jerome, Deepak, what's going on? I'm late to the party. You missed the beginning of the party, man. I kind of went off. No, you'll have to watch it in replay. Mario is in here as well. Hello, how you doing, man? How are you liking the 4A? Mario, I'm loving the 4A. It is still the phone I've been using 99.9% of the time. I actually, for you guys that actually, I should just share this. For you guys that don't follow me on Instagram, I have been doing nothing but posting pictures of my Pixel 4a. I took this yesterday. This is a Pixel 4a here. This is a night shot, which is like incredible how good this night shot came out for the Pixel 4a. And you guys know how I love neon signs. So this is a Pixel 4a here. The camera obviously is amazing. This is another Pixel 4a shot. Like great. Pixel 4a, Pixel 4a. These are all from my Pixel 4a. That's not from my Pixel 4a. But like that's all I've been doing lately is just shooting with my Pixel 4a, and like they're amazing. They're amazing photos. If you guys don't know, this is also Pixel 4a here. For you guys that don't know, I cut off all those bottom parts of the shot here. So yeah. A lot of these are straight from my Pixel 4a and they come up amazing. If you guys don't know where to find me on Instagram, you can go to @PhoneJerome. You can follow me there if you're curious and want to see some of my photos that I put up there. Okay, so where am I at? Oh, there's a super chat. Hold on. Guys, you guys, there's a ton of super chats today. Deepak Murthy with a €2 super chat. Deepak, thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you for the support as always. Guys, you guys are so generous today. Guys, thank you so much. Hopefully, I'm very appreciative. And I always want to make sure I give you guys a great hour stream and entertainment and hopefully interesting tech news. So guys, thank you. Thank you so much for the love. Really, I appreciate it. Deepak, thank you so much. Thank you. Let me get back into the right stories here. I'm in here. So let me scroll back up. But yes, Mario, to put it to give you my like 2-second review, I love the 4A. Again, the best phone you can buy for $350 right now for a brand new phone. I wish the performance was a little bit better. I do have a couple apps that take a bit of time to open up or to move or transition from one to the other. I don't necessarily call it lag, but there is kind of a slowdown when it comes to some apps. But otherwise, for the most basic things, it's great. Camera's great. Battery life is great. I think it just could use a little more punch in its terms of performance, which is if you're like me, I really think the Pixel 4a 5G might be the phone that'll knock it out of the park. Does that mean I'm going to give up my Pixel 4a? No, because until I find another phone that can beat this price at $350, like I'll hold on to this phone. It's a great phone. Definitely a great phone. All right, let me scroll down here. Wise says 732G for the 5A, 768G for the 5A 5G. There you go. I'm actually hoping that in a year from now, there's going to be an update to the 732G. Hopefully it'll be something even faster. So maybe the 5A will get an even better chipset than the 732G, but we'll see. We'll see. Let me see here. Big DKB says SD400 processors are garbage, though. Even on something as smooth as Oxygen OS, with the new bloat they're adding, I didn't even think about the bloat. It'll only bog down the processor more. Last year, 600 would be better than any 400. And so like that's the thing is like I'm not so like I can't say much about it because I've never owned a 400 series chipset, but there is a reason that I kind of stray away from those. Like 700, I think, is where I want to stay at. I don't really know if I want to be like digging down into the 400 or 600 series chipsets. So Big House says, I'll find out how the 400 series is when I get it in hand. But yes, a 600 to 700 series would be best. I love Big House because he goes through the whole realm of different chipsets. He sees what's out there and at least he gives it a shot. And I can always get some feedback. You know, I always ask Big House, let me know how you like it. Let me know how you like it. So I'm glad there are people there. I'm glad there are people out there though that are testing it out. And maybe, and you know, like I said, this is the one thing I did say, Big DKB, I have such a hard time with your name. That's so easy to say. Big DKB, it shouldn't be that hard. Is that I guess there are a group of people though that like $200 is the only phone or that's the only budget they can have. But yeah, also you're right. I think there are other options at that $200 price point as well. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Let me go ahead and make sure I didn't miss anything else. Deepak says those night shots are superb. Yeah, Pixel 4a, great camera phone for sure. So let's continue on though with OnePlus and these design changes when it comes to Oxygen OS 11. I don't know the specifics on how a lot of these are. So one-handed use is a key focus. So we're going to just kind of rehash. I'm not going to take too much time into this. I just want to see what else they talked about or what else is different when it comes to Oxygen OS 11. It goes on to talk about how stock Android simply hasn't been optimized for modern large screen displays. Usability was a key aspect when designing the new interface elements. OnePlus claims to have conducted A/B testing. So this is pretty much the same article I was reading. These data points were used to decide the headline body hierarchy in Oxygen OS 11. So yeah, I guess these are the areas here where it feels natural in the hand. It's about providing a fast and smooth user experience where we're adding as little as possible to the device. Are they really adding just as little as possible though? Is that really what's happening here? According to OnePlus, Oxygen OS keeps the ethos of stock Android with a fast and fluid interface, but builds upon the feature set with a data-driven approach. I don't know. When I watched this video here, or at least the little bit I did see, it looks like they weren't just doing... So like here, right? Like this screen obviously is taking advantage of the headline, putting a bigger headline in there. But I feel like they were even changing transitions and like how certain things looked, but maybe I didn't really dig too deep into it. So yes, that certainly looks similar. But am I not wrong here? Didn't they do something where they scrolled up and it looked different? So yeah, I mean, obviously it is much lower, right? So better reachability. I don't know. Maybe I really just need time to use it and give my opinion on it. So, it's just funny though, because look at this. Despite all that, OnePlus stands to disappoint fans. I really think there's going to be a good amount of people who are going to be disappointed, many of whom have chosen it for its stock Android like looks. And oh, I just read that. This is another article which is very similar. We'll be talking a lot more about the company shifting directions with Oxygen OS very soon, but the community post makes it obvious that while OnePlus wants to retain the blazing fast experience of stock Android, it's making moves to create its own unique identity, both visually and with feature additions. So that's kind of how I feel about it. I don't really think it's them wanting to maybe maximize the user experience. Yes, maybe they are making things better, but I feel like it's more of a move to create their own look. They want to stand out. They want people to know that they are OnePlus. This is a OnePlus phone. You are using a OnePlus phone. This is not a Google phone. It doesn't look like Google. This is our own thing. To me, that's what it really seems like more than anything else. I don't think what they're trying to do is, I don't know. Maybe they're doing two things at once. Maybe that is what they're doing. They're trying to make the experience better and they're trying to stand out. But I think, again, at the end of the day, I'm just scared that when it comes to updates or whatever, it's not going to be as quick as a Google Pixel phone. I mean, it already isn't, but I think now there's going to be a push later to, I think there's going to be a longer delay now by doing something like this. I guess only time will tell. So, all right. Oh, I thought I had that Motorola story. I don't. So let's go ahead though. Let's transition into Samsung here because I know we're about to run out of time. But this article from The Verge says Samsung's latest mid-range phone has a whopping 7,000 milliamp hour battery. On Friday, I just talked about a phone that was going to have a 6,000 milliamp hour battery, and then now a 7,000 milliamp hour battery. And I was kind of teasing Team Variety because he tweeted this to me, and I was like, "Yeah, it's just a matter of time. In 2021, the standard is going to be 10,000 milliamp hours," which honestly I wouldn't be upset about. So the Galaxy M51 is now available to pre-order in Germany. Samsung has opened up its pre-orders for the M51, officially confirming that its latest mid-range phone has an absolutely massive 7,000 milliamp hour battery. It costs about $429 US, 360 euro. And Samsung's site says that it expects the phone to start shipping on September 11th. So 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks from now. There's no sign of pre-order pages on Samsung's other regional stores just yet. At 7,000 milliamp hours, it isn't the biggest battery we've ever seen. Last year, for example, Avenir Telecom showed off an Energizer branded phone with an 18,000 milliamp hour battery. We talked about this on Friday as well, but it's almost unheard of in devices from mass market manufacturers like Samsung. We'll be interested to see what effect it has on the overall size and weight of the handset when it releases. So, what else does it have here? A 6.7-inch OLED screen, central hole punch notch for a 32 megapixel selfie cam. On the back, a 64 megapixel main camera, 12 megapixel ultra wide with a 123 degree field of view, 5 megapixel macro and depth sensing cameras, 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of internal storage, and it's going to have a Snapdragon 730. So the same Snapdragon that's going to be in the Pixel 4a. For about $430. So it's going to be about $75 more expensive than this Pixel 4a, but it's going to have a gigantic battery. But is it going to have a camera that's as good as a Pixel 4a? I doubt it. I doubt it. So, but if you're looking for a gigantic battery, then yeah, maybe that's the phone for you. So yeah, yeah. Big House says the M51 is a beast. That is a beast of a battery of a phone. Team Verizon says, Jerome, 10,000 would be the dream. I can't believe we're even entertaining a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, but I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. Madman0210 says, who is this new streamer? I'd wait, right? I'm trying to remember. Anyway, Madman0210, welcome. Nice to see you on Twitch. Nice to see you showing some love on a different platform. Deepak Murthy says, oh man, please OnePlus avoid those low-end MediaTek processors. Yeah, who knows what's going to happen with a lot of these changes that OnePlus is making. OnePlus seems to be making a lot of different changes, and I don't know how I feel about a lot of these. So, you know what? To close this off, we got a minute. We'll go about a minute or two into overtime here. I want to talk about this. So, since we're talking about all these changes with OnePlus, have you heard about this OnePlus Watch? I really was not privy to this. So we're just going to go real quick through it. After years of redefining the word flagship, blah, 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 OnePlus is getting ready to do the same thing for smartwatches with its upcoming OnePlus Watch. There have been rumors about a Wear OS powered OnePlus wearable for years at this point, but it looks like 2020 will finally be the year when it actually happens. If a OnePlus Watch comes out, would you buy this? Would you kind of forget any other smart watch at this point? Let's say there's going to be no Pixel Watch, because I'm pretty sure there isn't. Would this be on your radar? Would this be a watch you would be looking for? Or is OnePlus kind of just doing too many things at this point? I don't know. All right, so let's kind of just briefly go through the specs here. On August 27, we got our first real clue that OnePlus's long-awaited smartwatch is coming soon. A device by the name of, quote, OnePlus Watch went through Indonesia's IMDA on that date. That suggests that the OnePlus Watch is getting very close to its eventual launch date. How much is it going to cost? So the Apple Watch, I guess this is what they're basing it off of, is going for 15,000 rupees in India, which is about $205 in the US. This means we should be able to look forward to a relatively low price when the OnePlus Watch launches in the US, hopefully around that $200 marker. Samsung's Galaxy Watch 3 starts at $400, so a much cheaper watch. I guess in terms of that kind of competition. What is it going to look like if it is what the Apple Watch is going to be, maybe this is what the OnePlus Watch is going to look like as well. It has a design that takes a lot of inspiration from the Apple Watch: square body, rounded corners, minimal bezels. Mock or make fun of it if you want, but it's an effective design that works well for both form and functionality. OnePlus could take some liberties with the case and watch band colors to make the design more of its own, but don't expect anything drastically different in this department. So as far as specs, so are these the specs for the Apple Watch? So a Snapdragon Wear 3100 with 1 gig of memory, 8 gigs of storage, water resistance. Okay, so different water resistance depending on the model, and a 430 milliamp hour battery. We certainly love to see OnePlus opt for the newer Snap Wear 4100. So maybe that's what it'll use, but it says here, but as of right now, it doesn't seem very likely that'll happen. Well, that's kind of unfortunate as well. That could prove to be a potential deal breaker for the OnePlus Watch, but only time will tell once we get our hands on it. While we expect the OnePlus Watch to be released relatively soon, it's hard to say for sure when that'll happen. If you're in the market for a Wear OS watch right now and don't feel like waiting, one of the better ones you can get in 2020 is the Fossil Gen 5. The Fossil Gen 5 offers a solid Wear OS experience. Actually, it looks kind of cool. Giving you a classic round design with ample features to back it up, built-in GPS, NFC for Google Pay, 3 ATM water resistance, and a speaker for taking hands-free phone calls. And then the Wear 3100, 1 gig of RAM, 8 gigs of storage. Given the nature of Wear OS and how companies aren't allowed to heavily customize it the way they can for Android, the experience you get on the Fossil Gen 5 is very similar to what should be offered on the Oneplus Watch, especially if you prefer Fossil's design over Oppo. OnePlus's, it's well worth your consideration. Is this an ad for the Fossil Gen 5? Did I just get trolled here? I don't know. All right. Yeah. I mean, obviously it'll be interesting to see if Fossil, now that's in my head, if OnePlus can release a OnePlus Watch. I mean, I'm wearing an old school Casio watch. I have a Apple Watch and I don't even wear it anymore because I really just enjoy the style of this like retro watch. So maybe I will switch back to the Apple Watch in the future, but I'm in no hurry right now. Big DKB says, fuck yeah, I'm buying that OnePlus Watch. I was like, should I swear? I'm already going to be demonetized since I swore 8 million times earlier because of that one, but whatever, it's fine. Been trolling, looking for a OnePlus Watch, or I don't think trolling is the word you were looking for. Looking for a OnePlus Watch since Oppo came out with theirs. If not, then the Pixel Watch, whenever that becomes a thing. OnePlus can't use the 3100 processor, otherwise it's DOA. I'm kind of with you on that. Got to come with that new for sure. I don't know who this is on Facebook. I also have no idea if you're, I don't know what you're saying to me right now. So you get your 2 minutes of fame right there, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Like, I don't know if someone's trolling me again, but I'm not about to rage because I'm about to like end this stream and I don't want to do it twice. D-Box says, Jerome, I just got a Xiaomi Mi Band 5 for $35. Wow. Sounds like a good deal. Very nice fitness band. Thank you for sharing. Big House says old school for the win for sure. Oh, Ruben is in here. Come on, Google. Where's the Pixel Watch? I'd rather not have a square Apple Watch clone. What up, Jerome and Phone Jerome fam? Ruben, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Yeah, who knows when that Pixel Watch is ever going to come out? I don't think it will anytime soon, but I would love to eat my words. I would love that it would come out as a big surprise. Maybe when the Pixel 5 comes out, but I doubt that. So, okay, guys, that is it for TNT Joe-Fi today. Guys, I want to thank everybody for coming by, for liking. If you haven't, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. I stream weekdays at 2 p.m. Central. I will be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. For people who were in here earlier, hopefully you enjoyed the little drama at the beginning, at the top of the hour. That was kind of fun. Didn't expect it to end up having a bunch of super chats in there, but it was exciting for what it was. Guys, come back tomorrow. We'll do it all over again. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the new members today. Guys, I will see you tomorrow. I am playing the outro. Have a good one. Oh, I played the wrong thing. So here we go as I transition out. Bye, guys. Oh my God, Ruben. Why, Ruben? Of course, I have to stop in and thank you, Ruben, with the $7 super chat. Forget the haters, Jerome. I know. I usually do. It's just, yeah. It was also kind of entertaining anyway. So, Ruben, thank you for the $7 super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you for the love, guys. You guys were so generous today. Really, I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Again, come back tomorrow. We'll do it all over again. Ruben, thank you for the support. Everybody, thank you for the support. As always, waving by again as I transition out, playing the music. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.